Welcome, E-Town. Welcome to our next ETHS Career Pathway Info session on the military and human and public service. We are again live on the ETHS YouTube channel. Thank you for being with us this evening. My name is Michelle Vasquez. I'm the ETHS Post-Secondary Counselor in College and Career Services. All of the career pathway opportunities we are sharing with you today, they may be for you or they may be a great career opportunity for someone that you know. Soon you'll hear from a few of our local military recruiters and from our local business partners in human and public services, each sharing entry-level career pathway opportunities for our Evanston youth. All of the opportunities we will be sharing with you this evening are debt-free career paths with long-term career growth potential and service to people and the community. And this is why we are here today sharing this information with you, E-Town. So let's begin.
And this is our agenda for this evening. We will review the 7 ETHS career pathways, remind you about our upcoming ETHS career pathway events and our career pathway student Google site. We will hear from our local MEAC business partners from Legacy Barber College and their Barber Boot Camp, Eye Candy Studio and Academy, the City of Evanston Police and Fire Explorers Program. We will also learn about the ASVAB exam, or the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery. We will also hear from our local military recruiters from the Army, Navy, and Marines. And finally, we'll hear from Oakton Community College and learn about their programs in human and public services. As a reminder, ETHS has thoughtfully condensed the 16 national career clusters into 7 clear career pathways. They are agriculture, food and natural resources, arts and communication, finance and business services, health sciences and technology, human and public services, information technology, and manufacturing, engineering, and trades. And you can learn more about the ETHS career pathways in the Programs and Study Guide found on the ETHS website. ETHS would like to encourage students and their families to use this guide and the ETHS course selection guide to help choose courses and activities offered at ETHS that will allow students to explore and develop their career interests. This guide is designed to be a resource to help students connect their course selection and extracurricular activities to their career interests and educational plans and training beyond high school. Whether a student is preparing to attend a 4-year university, a 2-year college, the military, or the workforce, the exploration of possible pathways is vital. On your screen, you will see the 2021-2022 ETHS Career Pathway Programming. As a reminder to all ETHS students, all programming will also be listed in school links and on the ETHS website calendar. The ETHS Career Pathway Student Google site is the place to find out about the latest events, opportunities, and business partners related to ETHS Career Pathways. You can also find the Google site in school links and on the ETHS website. We hope that you can join us at future career pathway info sessions on the ETHS YouTube channel.
Hey, town, welcome. My name is Ms. Tana Francelno. I'm the Career Partnership Manager here at ETHS and the bridge between the local employer community. So glad you're here. Please welcome our speakers, Legacy Barber College and Eye Candy Hair Studio and Academy. Hey, E-Town, welcome to our second career information panel session for 2021-2022 school year. My name is Tana Francelno. I am the Career Partnership Manager, and I am the bridge between the local employers and our ETHS students. Today, I have 2 awesome community partners here with us that will talk about their opportunities in cosmetology. We have Legacy Barber College and Eye Candy Hair Studio and Academy, and they will do a presentation for you all. So we're going to get started right away with our friends over at Legacy Barber College. Take it away, Legacy.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Napai. I work over at Legacy. We're located in the Rogers Park neighborhood, Howard Street, 1546 Howard. And we have partnered with Evanston Township High School so that we can provide vocational training. We enroll you, and hopefully we can grab people's attention as they're going into their junior year. And then we spread out the course over the 2 years so that you can graduate with your diploma, and then you can also have your certificate of completion for the barbering. We are excited to be able to work with Evanston. We also look forward to any tours that you want to schedule with us as you're going through and deciding what career path that you choose. So basically, our mission at Legacy is to not only provide our students with cutting edge techniques and knowledge of the industry of barbering, but also to connect with our community around us. And so we have several community partners that we have been developing relationships, and that could be for apprenticeship positions, reaching out to underserved communities for haircuts and just being part of the community. So we've put together a barber boot camp, and that's specifically for Evanston Township High School. And it has started in the beginning of November, and we do anticipate that we're going to offer this boot camp regularly. So we just wanted to let everyone know that it's a great way to be able to experience what the career of barbering is hands-on. So I will be coordinating with Evanston as we go forward and have more opportunities for students to come to the boot camp. This is our curriculum that we cover, and it's just the general topics. To Mr. Kabir, who is our instructor at Legacy.
Hello there. More specifically, I'm the director here at Legacy, and that means director of the education and curriculum, and just kind of like the guy on the right there in the field with everyone else, seeing that they obtain the skills and education that they desire when coming here. First of all, thank you for having us. And the boot camp will be a great overview for those that are still youth and in the high school looking for which direction they may want to take in life. So we know that now, as far as labor, work, academia, are beginning to put value back in the trades. So we know that barbering, cosmetology, etc., are a great trade. So with that, what I did was put together sort of an overview guide for in the boot camp to introduce you to what the course involves. You would need to know the history of barbering. Barbering is how far back it goes. And then barber surgeons. They did surgeries. They were also dentists. So a person could get their hair cut and a tooth extraction at the same time. And as well as with any other skill, any other occupation, great life skills. You know, this is a people business. Good self-esteem, etc. Good communication skills. These are life skills that we'll go over. Now, what is coupled with that is the professional image. And in that, you know, of course, going to dress for their career, personal grooming, personal hygiene, etc. We were not, as far as the barbering and cosmetology, were not categorized as essential workers. But, you know, we are very essential to the public. Learning and teaching the guys the tools, the implements, and how to properly use them. So with that, I'll incorporate demonstrations. I will do some live demonstrations. Those will be on personal or live models, as well as mannequins. So we'll provide mannequins for you guys, right, to kind of kick the tires and see how to use the tools and give you a basic foundation. As said with the opening, that it's not just a career, it's also a culture. Barbering culture is a culture all in itself, as well as cosmetology. But barbering has a little difference, and that we do believe the new student would need to know what that culture is and how they will fit a successful career.
Who are interested in joining us over at Legacy, whether it's the boot camp or for the official course, then you can get in touch with us at the information provided. My direct email is on there. With any other questions, we can coordinate for opportunities. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Candy Corbins, and I am owner and stylist and educator at Eye Candy Hair Studio and Eye Candy Academy. We are located at 1705 Central Street in Evanston. As I said before, I'm the owner here at Eye Candy. I'm a third generation hair care professional in Evanston. My grandfather owned a barbershop here. My mom is the owner of a barbershop. I grew up in these barbershops here. And I went off to college and decided that, you know what, I think hair is what I really want to do. So I was trained here locally at a cosmetology school here. And actually, the person who was speaking on the last, for the last organization was actually one of my teachers. It is there that I learned the joy of teaching and performing my craft. Here's just a little video about myself. My name is Candy Corbins, and I am owner here at Eye Candy Hair Studio, as well as Eye Candy Academy. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, as well as a licensed educator. How did I get started? How did I get started? How did I get started in the hair industry? So I'm actually third generation hairstylist. My grandfather was the owner of a barbershop for over 50 years in the same location, and my mom is the owner of a barbershop now. And I was like the neighborhood braider. It was just the thing that I did. I worked at a summer camp when I was a teenager, and I used to take the little girls home on Friday nights, and that would be my extra side money. I'd make an assembly line, and my sister would do the beads. So I'd lay the kids across the kitchen sink and shampoo them, braid their hair, and I'd pay my sister $5 to put the beads on for me. And I just loved it. It just became a part of me. And even when I went off to college, I continued to do hair. And I made sure that my schedule was empty on Fridays so that I could do hair. I opened up a hair salon in the lounge on Fridays. Did I want to be a hairstylist? No, it was just always something I did for fun or on the side, you know, with my friends and just trying to imitate the newest trends. And I always thought that I was going to be in business. As a matter of fact, I went to the University of Maryland and my major was international business. You know, I never dreamed that once I left the University of Maryland and I started working in corporate America, I realized it just wasn't for me. You know, I worked a couple of years and I enjoyed the traveling aspect of it, but other than that, I wasn't happy. And so I got a job at a salon, and I used to work at the salon on evenings and weekends. What does everyone want to know about Eye Candy Hair Studio? So here at Eye Candy Hair Studio, we specialize in natural hair, but we do everything. And we are small but mighty, and we service the Evanston and North Shore area of Chicagoland. We're mostly a family salon. We don't work on males as much, but if they have long hair or braids or locks, we definitely service them. A heavy portion of our clientele are children, and we also have a lot of children who are from blended and transracial adopted families. And that is how I sort of got into education, because we found ourselves having to help out a lot of parents who didn't have the same kind of hair as their children. And so that's how Eye Candy Academy was born. Your hair is your crown and glory. Your hair is your protection, And a lot of times the way you feel on the inside can reflect the way you feel on the outside. So if your hair looks good, then you feel good, then you can go out and put good vibes into the world. We believe that when we style hair or teach parents how to style their children's hair, it gives them confidence. We believe that it can give people strength. And so that's why we do our best to make sure that we can teach people what they need to do, as well as give them the best service possible. I hope to one day be not behind the chair as much. I hope to be teaching up and coming stylists. I hope to be teaching regular families how to take care of their children's hair. I love doing hair, and educating people makes me a better hairstylist. So the more knowledge I can give you, the better I am as a stylist. So I hope to one day be able to open a brick and mortar school where we can help people become licensed in cosmetology, in braiding and natural hair, as well as where people, lay people as we call them, who are not in the hair industry, can come in and just learn how to do maybe a style for an event, or maybe they just want to learn how to put their hair in a ponytail and make it nice and sleek. So we hope to be able to offer classes in a wide range and variety. What is one thing I wish people knew about me? I'm fabulous. I don't know what else there is to know. No, I'm just kidding. I wish people knew how much I love hair. Hair is a part of me. I honestly don't know what I would do if I wasn't doing hair. So I hope that people know how much I really love servicing them, teaching them, and sharing what I know about my love of hair. And about eye candy, I want people to know that we can service anyone. Sometimes people will walk by and they'll say, "Do you all do African American hair?" And we're like, "Absolutely." Or sometimes people will come in and say, can you do straight hair? Absolutely, hair is hair. So I hope that people know that we can service anyone. We do haircuts, coloring, braiding, you name it, we do it.
Our mission here at Eye Candy Academy is just to strengthen the self-esteem of people through hair. When somebody feels like pride in their appearance, it can definitely help with the rest of their life experiences. That's what our professionals do. So today, what I wanted to talk to you guys about are the out-of-the-box careers that can be pursued when you go into cosmetology and or barbering. It's really important that people understand what can happen if you do decide to go into a field like that, because it's not just one opportunity that will present itself. Soft skills. This is one of the things that we really work on with Eye Candy and Eye Candy Academy. These are personal attributes that enable someone to interact effectively and harmoniously with other people. The reason why that is so important is because that is something that can't be taught in a textbook. That is something that you have to learn, and that is something that will help you set yourself apart from other people in the same industry, whatever industry you're in. Relationship building is so important. If you know how to work as a team, you can always build. Problem solving and decision making. This is something that's really important because you can use this in any facet of your life. If you have a problem presented in front of you, you have to be able to think outside the box. How do I fix this? How do I work on this? This translates into hair. Somebody comes in with damaged hair. What do I do? How do I fix this? How do I work with it? And decision making. You have to learn how to analyze what's put in front of you and say, hey, this is the best way to handle this. Influence. As a stylist, you are somebody that people look up to. People trust you. People want to know what your opinion is. So influence is really important. What are you going to do with that influence? Are you going to be an educated professional? Are you going to be somebody who knows their stuff? So when somebody comes to you, they can rely on your word? That's the importance of influence. Communication. Communication is probably the most important thing that you will have in this life, because if you can't communicate with somebody, you can't see eye to eye, you can't have a meeting of the minds, then you have no agreements. Drive and energy, so important. You gotta have drive. You have to work for what you want. You have to put your mind to something, and you have to put your heart and soul into it, and you have to do your best. And you have to have good energy, positive energy. That doesn't just mean that you have to be perky all the time, but you have to be somebody that people like to be around in any field that you want to be in. Organization and planning is so important, especially in the cosmetology field, because you have to plan out everything that you're going to do. You have to keep your appointments when you say you're going to have them. You have to order your products on time. So organization and planning is really important. Technical. You have to have skills. You got to know your angles, 90 degrees, 30 degrees, because if you get those confused on a haircut, you will not have the haircut that you are looking for. So technical portions are very important as well. I just want to talk to you guys about just a few different jobs that you could pursue if you decided to go into cosmetology. A fashion show stylist. Are you artistic? Are you a risk taker? Are you a team player? What could you do with this? You could be behind the scenes of fashion. You could bring your artistic visions to life. I mean, sometimes I have dreams and the next morning I'll wake up and do the hairstyle that I dreamt about the night before. Editorial advertising stylist. Have fun creating everything from the girl next door to uber crazy looks. You have to be versatile. You've got to be well organized, and you can be well-rounded to do something like this. What you can do, you can build an amazing portfolio so that when you get ready to sell this to other people, you can show all of your work that you've done in the past. You could be a cosmetology educator or instructor. Like me, I was inspired by Mr. Kabir. He was one of my teachers. I saw what he was able to do with somebody like me, and I thought to myself, I could totally do this. Are you a good student now? Are you skilled at communicating? Are you patient? Can you work with a wide variety of people? You can definitely be an educator. You could work in a salon. You could work at a cosmetology school or a barber school. You could work at a university. These are all different places where you could share your knowledge of the industry and pass it on to the people behind you. Salon development partner. Are you interested in business and beauty? Are you passionate about traveling? Again, are you skilled with working with different types of people? This is something else you could do. You can work in salons to help them be their best salon self. There used to be a show called Tabitha Fix It All or something like that. And she made millions of dollars by going into salons and teaching them how to be their best selves. You could be a stylist for film or theater. Why not? Are you versatile? Are you creative? Are you willing to work long hours? You could transform many people into different kinds of characters, some of our favorite movies that we see on TV. You can create things from Star Wars to Star Trek and different kind of alien themes. So these are skilled professions that are in high demand. You could be a salon owner or a salon manager. Do you want to be a boss? Are you perseverant? Are you good with people? Are you willing to work really hard? You could run your own company. You could run a team. You have to know the ins and outs of running business in order to do this. So you could take two different skills and roll them up into one career. You could be an artistic director for salons or brands. Are you trend conscious? Are you good at communicating? Are you skilled at multitasking? You could lead a division of a beauty company. You can be the one setting the trends for the future. Look at Vogue magazine. They tell us what we're going to wear before the fall even comes. In August, they're telling us what we're going to wear in the fall. Are you someone who could do this? Do you want to be a platform artist? Are you quick on your feet? Well-spoken? Are you comfortable with being the center of attention? Are you really knowledgeable about your skills? I don't know. Are you? You could perform on stage, music playing, lots of people around you. There could be dancing and singing involved in it. There's a lot of theatrics involved in it as well. You could be a celebrity personal stylist. Are you patient? Are you flexible? Can you be punctual? Do you love to travel? You could go around the world doing hair and makeup for the celebrity who's who's. With all this being said, I hope you'll consider a career in cosmetology. Again, we can be found at 1705 Central Street in Evanston. And our website is www.eyecandyhairstudio.com. Thank you for being here.
Thank you to our speakers today. we had Legacy Barber College and our friend Candy over at iCandy Hair Studio and Academy. We're so grateful you all were able to share your information with us today, and we hope that students will interested in this pathway will reach out to myself, Ms. Vasquez, or you directly to be able to get connected and start exploring careers in cosmetology. Thank you all for being here.
Unique to the city of Evanston is the Evanston Fire and Police Explorers Program. Many students who are interested in the military seem to have an overlapping interest in public service, such as careers in police and law enforcement or firefighting and EMT. As an Evanston Explorer, youth between the ages of 14 and 20 have the unique opportunity to job shadow and train like a professional in the field. One of the biggest benefits for an Evanston youth to participate in the Explorer program is to gain preference points on the Evanston Fire and Police Department exam. For more information, please visit the City of Evanston website. Just announced in August of 2020 is the Oakton Community College and the Evanston Fire Department collaboration to offer a tuition-free firefighter apprenticeship program. For more information about the Evanston Fire Department apprenticeship program at Oakton, please contact Oakton Community College directly. So for those students and families that do not know, I'm Michelle Vasquez. I'm also the military liaison at ETHS. Any students can reach out to me to get started with the military career exploration process. The goal of the ETHS military exploration programming is to educate and inform our ETHS students and families about careers and public service. ETHS hosts military recruiter visits, field trips, and career speaker panels throughout the year, so students have multiple points in the school year to explore careers in the military and public service. Each school year, the ETHS Military Visit Day occurs the week of Veterans Day as a part of Military Appreciation Week, similar to our college rep visits. The ETHS visit policy for military recruiters is the same as for our college rep visits. Interested juniors and seniors can register themselves to attend any of our rep visits in school links under school events. If you are an ETHS student interested in exploring careers in the military, please make sure to email me, Ms. Vasquez, at vasquezm@eths202.org.
The ASVAB Career Exploration Program combines a multi-aptitude test with an interest inventory and career planning tools to help you make decisions about your future, regardless of your plans after high school. For those seeking information about military career opportunities across all the services, details used to be difficult to find. Careers in the military makes it easier than ever to explore different military careers and find the details you and your parents want to know. Using your skills and interests, you can identify the types of jobs that are right for you. Then, you can find the exact options each service offers and contact any or all of them to see if you qualify. ASVAB CEP puts the power in your hands so you can make informed decisions. It's your career. Explore all of your options. Careers in the Military is powered by the ASVAB Career Exploration Program.
The ASVAB. The ASVAB stands for the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery. It is an exam that we offer at the high school. The ASVAB will be offered at ETHS on Monday, November 22nd, 2021 in College and Career Services in West 220. Students interested in taking the ASVAB can also take the test at any military recruiting office. The ASVAB is a career exploration program. You do not have to be interested in enlisting in the military to take the ASVAB. However, you do have to be at least a high school sophomore to take the ASVAB at ETHS. The ASVAB is an aptitude test. It is an interest self-assessment. It is also optional. The ASVAB is a great way for our students to learn about their strengths and skills as it relates to careers and aptitude. The ASVAB covers 9 subjects: arithmetic reasoning, mathematic knowledge, paragraph comprehension, and word knowledge. These 4 subjects are used to create the AFQT score. Every branch of the military has a minimum score when it comes to enlistment. Typically, a 31 is the minimum passing score. Please speak to a local recruiter for more information about ASVAB scores as it relates to careers in the military. For more information on the ASVAB, visit asvabprogram.com.
Hello, Evanston. My name is Staff Sergeant Pierre Jules. I'm a United States Army recruiter, and I've been serving for 12 years. So tonight, I will tell you and talk to you about what it takes to become a United States Army soldier. All right, so basic eligibility. So you have to be between the ages of 17 and 35. So don't count yourself out. Juniors and seniors, you are able to enlist while you're still in school. So you have to be a U.S. citizen or permanent resident. Also, green card holders. You have to have a basic high school diploma or equivalent, and you have to be able to pass a physical exam and have good moral standings. All right, so you're the roadmap to enlistment. The first step would be to talk to me, Staff Sergeant PJ. You're going to take the ASVAB exam. The school is actually offering that exam, the SASVAB. It will be on November 22nd. So please sign up for that if you want to see what you would score. That score will not count against you. You can always retest in the future. All right, step 3 will be submit an application. So it's just pretty much a basic application, and it'll also process a security clearance. Step 4 will be to choose your job. You get to choose and pick whatever job that you want to receive. Step 5 will be to receive that physical examination. It will be pretty much like a sports physical, nothing physically demanding. Step 6 will be to review your contract, and then you'll be able to select what dates you will be able to ship out to basic training. And the second to last step is to swear. So that's when you get to raise your right hand. And then step 8 will be to ship off to basic training. After that, if you are Army Reserve or active duty, you'll be able to return back to Illinois if you are Army Reserve. So we'll talk more about that on the next slide. All right, so what's the difference between active duty and Army Reserve? Active duty is full-time, so it's salaried. You will be able to receive a salary on the 1st and the 15th, and the pay is competitive, especially with all the extra benefits, to include medical and dental benefits. So who don't want to pay for medication? So if you have medication, it's completely free. So you get paid vacation, time off for all federal holidays as well. 30 days to be exact, a year. There are also over 150 career choices to choose from. So whether you want to be a nurse or you want to be a policeman or a firefighter, you can do all of that in the Army. All right, duty stations are stateside and overseas to include Korea, Japan, Germany, and Hawaii, Alaska. Those are just a few to name. Now, so for the Army Reserve, it's part-time. Once you complete basic training and your job training, you will return back to Illinois. And from there, you'll be able to enroll into college as a full-time student. There are also cash bonuses for that. We have other stipulates, like say, if you score really well on the test, they'll make sure you get a good chunk up to, I think, $375 a month. Then we also have student loan repayments. So if you take out student loans, the Army will pay those loans back for you. You also receive money for college as well. Both full-time active duty and Army Reserve, you will receive the GI Bill. Now, the GI Bill is 36 months of paid tuition. And then, so we'll skip back to the Army Reserves. You can go to school full-time. If you want to work part-time, you're only really drilling 1 week in a month and then 2 weeks during the summer. So it's really not that much, and the pay is not that much either, but you can still be an Army soldier, U.S. Army soldier. And also the Army Reserves only has support MOSs or support jobs. So no combat jobs related for the Army Reserves. All right, reasons to join the Army. There's always going to be 100% guaranteed pay. Also 100% tuition for college, that GI Bill that I talked about. You'll get guaranteed job skill training. So whatever your job is, you don't need any prior training. The Army will make sure that you are trained up, okay? You'll get 30 days of paid vacation. Who doesn't want to have time off and still get paid? Seems like a great gig for me, and it's been working out for me. Pay raises each year. Each year, when Congress, they put out their budget, the Army is included in that budget, and we always get a raise. All right, this is a big one. Veterans Affairs, you get 100% financing on a home loan or a small business loan, whatever you choose. Opportunities to travel the world. There are duty stations all over the world. The Army, you could be stationed on naval bases, Air Force bases to be included, okay? And then we have that concurrent admissions program. The concurrent admissions program is the day that you actually enlist, you'll be able to go online to futuresoldier.com and you'll be able to receive a school letter, which is an intent to enroll letter to whatever school that you want to go to. Actually, I take that back. There's actually 1,900 different colleges nationwide that you can choose. Doesn't have to be here in Illinois. All right. And next we have the Partnership for Youth Service or for Youth Success. That is a guaranteed job interview. So when you enlist, you'll be able to pick a major corporation, and then you'll be able to have a guaranteed job interview with that organization. And then last but not least, 100% medical and dental coverage. Just a little spell check right there. But yes, 100% medical and dental is covered. So can your employee do that for you? All right, this is just a little humor here, but it's very real. 1 month before graduation, if you still don't know what you want to do and you want to explore the career options with the United States Army, contact me. Just don't let this be you. We all want you all to be successful and to be confident in your career paths. Focusing on health. So from the day that you walk into the recruiter station or until the day that you get to your duty station, health is very important. And we also are taking social distancing steps and making sure everyone is safe. So how do you contact me? You can get with Ms. Vasquez to set up a meeting, or you can reach out to me on social media. Here's my Instagram handle and my Facebook page. And then my office is located in the Valley Shopping Center right here on Dempster and Dodge. So please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or just shoot me a text message. All right, thanks for having me. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions. And it was nice to be able to share the great benefits and the opportunities with the United States Army.
Good evening, Evanston. And my name is Payosa Gilliam. I'm one of the lead scouts in the Mount Prospect area. It is a pleasure to be here. It is a pleasure to speak to you guys. I'm very excited to talk to you guys about one of our most advanced programs in the Navy. We're going to sort of go into the nuclear power plant. It is something that is very hard and very difficult to get into, but it is something that can not only help you in the current sense, but also help you in the future sense. It's for people that are looking for a challenge, people that are looking for something to exercise their mind, as well as something that is very difficult to get into and very difficult to accomplish. I'm very happy once again to speak to you guys about it, and let's get started.
There's a pretty clear understanding across the ship that the hardest job is being in reactor department.
One of the most complex arrangement of systems we've ever engineered. Our end game is be part of a watch team that supports safe reactor operation to provide propulsion for our carriers and our submarines.
We have 3 primary ratings: electronics technician nuclear, electrician's mate, and machinist mate. As an electrician's mate, they're responsible for upholding the electric plant. Electronics technician nuclear, they're trained to operate the control systems and safety circuits for the nuclear reactor itself. And then machinist mates, we're trained for the propulsion plant and piping systems within the engine room.
We'll come down, check your pump pressure. It's in specification. Move on to your hydraulic pressure for your flip.
The job in the engineering plant in the submarine and the job in the engineering plant in the carrier are pretty much identical.
Uranium in the presence of water will cause fission. That chain reaction produces heat. We use that heat to generate steam. The steam we use for propulsion and to make electric power.
It's something that
I didn't think I would ever learn coming out of high school. And it's something that I think I'm going to keep with me for the rest of my life, even if I progress outside of the Navy.
Boeing, Tesla, Amazon, Facebook, they're actively hunting for nukes that are getting out of the Navy because they know that they sit you down in front of a book and they give you some training on something that you will be able to get it right the first time.
The enlistment bonus is massive now, $40,000, just to essentially make it through the school. On top of that, re-enlistment bonus is $100,000, and you get half of that right away, so $50,000 in your bank account one day. It's pretty nice.
So, do you have what it takes, right? So, like I mentioned before, it is one of our more advanced programs. It's the only program in the Navy. It is, if you are qualified, you have to graduate from high school, of course. You must be a U.S. citizen. You have to have completed a minimum of 1 year of algebra. So, for all my math people out there, I'm talking to you. You have to have good grades in math and science. No trouble with the law, nothing involving legal matters. Limited financial issues in regards to being in debt. I know a lot of you are under your parents' credit card or parents' money situation, so I know that doesn't really apply to a lot of you. Score very well in the ASVAB. Yes, the ASVAB is a militarized aptitude test. The schools gives it out. We can give it out. It lets us see if you are actually qualified. We do not give jobs, you have to earn a job. And then last but not least, pass a complete medical physical. So that involves making sure your sight is good, your hearing is good, that you're not colorblind, that pretty much you are in a good physical condition to pass physical. All right, so let's just get started. So as I mentioned before, we are going to be talking about nuclear power. So pretty much to go into depth about the nuclear power plant, you enter a pay grade of E3. So in the Navy, we have different pay grades, right, based off of rank. Everybody usually starts as an E1 when you first enlist, but because of high classified nuclear power plant is, you actually start as an E3, which means more money, more opportunity to advance in your pay grade. The current sign-in bonus, just to sign up. Let's say you don't want to do this. Well, guess what? We actually want to pay you $38,000 after you complete your what we call A school, which is your apprenticeship school, which is where you learn how to do the job. As soon as you complete that, you will have $38,000 in your account. That is by the Navy, just for saying thank you for going into this program and thank you for sort of proceeding with this. And that's $38,000 untaxable. That goes straight to your account. While you're actually in school, you will be getting paid, right? So as you go throughout, it's about 1.5 years of school. As you go to A school, like I mentioned before, apprenticeship school, you will actually get paid. So imagine that. Imagine not only going to school, but we're paying you to go to school. Sounds pretty cool, right? Once you have completed the classes, you will receive about 70 to 90 accredited college credits, right? So that actually goes on your credentials. For example, so not only are you paying for school, but we're also going to pay you to go there. We're also going to give you college credits to do it. And so you have the complete package. Instead of you having to go to school, pay for school, we're giving you the best of both worlds. And then to complete your college degree, you can use your tuition assistance, your GI Bill. That's all given by the Navy just for you serving. So what is nuclear power, right? Why are we interested in it? So there's a lot of energy contained in atoms, right? If you think of it in a sense. So everything has to do with nuclear power. How long can 1 pound of cold light, 100 watt light bulb? Approximately 9 hours. How long can 1 pound uranium light, the same light bulb? 3,000 years. So as you can see, the nuclear power plant is designed so that it's cost effective, as well as more adaptive, as well as more effective in the long run in regards to energy that we use on a day-to-day basis. Rather it be energy, rather it be sunlight, rather it be anything that fuels our technology today. So how does a nuclear reactor create electricity, right? So just a couple of basic things to keep in mind is even boiling water, right? It produces heat. So one thing that you gotta remember to sort of connect with nuclear reactors is it creates electricity, right? So it boils water, right? It produces heat. It uses that heat to boil water into steam, uses the steam to turn into a turbine generator. That's pretty much the simplicity of how nuclear power plant works, about how nuclear energy works. And it has to do with solar thermal plants, natural gas plants, coal power plants, oil power plants. So these are just some places that you could possibly work at. Not everybody on a nuclear program goes on a ship. Sometimes you can work at a nuclear power plant after you're done with the Navy. Let's say you want to do it outside of the Navy, the same job. then there are companies outside the Navy that will hire you to work at their nuclear power plant. And then if you join the Navy, yes, you could be stationed on a ship, you could be stationed on a submarine. The ship that most, if not all, nuclear engineers go into is what we call a carrier. It holds about 7,000 to 10,000 people. It has one of our nuclear power plants inside of it, and also a sub that which also carries nuclear plants. So if you think about, okay, how much money am I going to get cost, right? So the real median household income is about 61,000, according to 2007 census. About 33% of Americans 25 and over have a college degree. About average starting salary for a college grad is about 50,000. The median salary after 10 years after enrolling at MIT is about 91,000. Remember MIT because I'm going back to that a little bit later. The average starting salary for a Navy nuclear engineer is about 90,000 to 150,000. So think about that. As a 18, 19, or even 20-year-old, as you are going into the nuclear field, imagine your steady check, your starting salary starting at about 90,000. And just to give you an idea of where we're located some places in the East Coast. There are some power plants in the West Coast. There are some places in Europe, and there are some in South America. So if you could think about it, yes, you're not going to just have the ability just to stay local, but there are places that you can go outside of around the world. And then here you see a little bit of the traveling, as I mentioned before, across the world. Yes, it is a job, but also you have the benefits of seeing the world. And once you're done your job, the rest of the free time is to yourself to sort of explore the country that you might be located in at the time, explore the state and city that you might be located at the time, and sort of see the world from a different perspective. So, there are 3 different jobs that involve nuclear engineering. First one is mechanics mate, second one is electrician's mate, third one is electronics technician. If you, in simpler terms, the machinist mate operates and maintains all machinery in the plant, both on the primary and secondary side, right? The electrician's mate, he manages electrical distribution systems and operates and maintains all electrical equipment. And then lastly, electronics technicians operates the reactor and maintains all circuitry involved. And then what is school like, right? So everybody wants to know, is it hard? Is it easy? Well, yes, it is hard. It is school after all. The apprenticeship school, is located in Charleston, South Carolina. There are 3 schools that go into it. Like I mentioned before, you can spend 6 months in nuclear field. You're going to spend another 6 months in the nuclear power school, and you'll be spending another 6 months in the nuclear prototype school. So altogether, you're going to be spending about 18 months altogether in school, which is about a year and a half. The classes are just normal. It starts from 7 a.m. and ends at 3 p.m. They are fast paced, so it's not one of those you take a break and then you come back. It's all in one day, steady forward. The instructor's assistance will be until 9 p.m. So if you're looking for tutoring or may need some further assistance because you may not understand, the help is there to support you. The weekends and evenings are pretty much free. It's like normal school. You finish your classes around, like I mentioned, 3 o'clock, and then after 3 o'clock, the rest of the day is to yourself. And then on weekends or all holidays, you have off, you have the ability to do whatever you want. If you want to explore South Carolina a little bit, if you maybe want to travel outside of South Carolina and go to some of the nearby states, then so be it. Curriculum is designed by MIT, so I don't know if you are familiar with MIT, but MIT is actually ranked number 2 in private universities in the country. So believe it or not, MIT actually endorsed and has actually wrote the curriculum for the nuclear power plant. So that goes back to what I mentioned earlier of you get college credits from MIT for nuclear engineering. And then last but not least, you are taking college level math classes, physics, chemistry, thermodynamics, and nuclear engineering courses. So once you have finished your 18 months of school, now you have gained credits from MIT to put on your resume. And a little interesting fact, if you didn't know, that our 39th president, Jimmy Carter, was actually a U.S. Navy nuke. And if you see his quote there, he said that is one of the greatest effects in his life. So if you are somebody that is interested in doing this program, just know that you are in good company. And then there, I know it's a little small to see, but it pretty much those are just posts from people that were in the nuclear program and sort of what opportunities came up after they served. A lot of cool things happen is a lot of companies that have nuclear power or dealing with nuclear reactors, they actually have a list of people who are serving in the Navy and are about to finish the Navy within their 6-year contract. And they actually call you as soon as right before you're about to get out, they'll call you and try to match what the Navy's going to pay you in regards to you working for them or working for their company in nuclear engineering or working on their power plant. The Navy usually matches whatever outside companies are trying to pay. So we go about 100,000 to start off if you want to reenlist or continue working nuclear engineering through the Navy. And then last but not least, that's just a little picture of the nuclear power school in Charleston. It's beautiful, it's nice weather. And if it's something that, like I said, you're interested in going to school, interested in making good money, and interested in getting sort of the best of both worlds in regards to exploring and sort of opening your mind and going to something that is probably one of the hardest fields to go into, this might be the program for you. I want to thank you guys for sort of being here and giving me your attention. Thank you for giving me the time to sort of talk to you guys about it. If you wanted to get in contact with me and sort of talk more about it to see how it can benefit you, then you can contact me at 847-513-2864. I'm located in 990 Mount Prospect Plaza. We're located right next to the Walmart. Please give me a call, give me a holler, and I'll be more than happy to assist you with whatever you need. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Gunnery Sergeant Nia with the Marines. First of all, I want to say thank you for your time to basically listen to what the Marine Corps has to offer as far as many opportunities that we offer. And also, I would like to extend my thanks and gratitude for the staff of ETHS for allowing us to be there and share our opportunities again, like I said, to all you guys students to see some of the ways the Marine Corps actually, helped me and helps young men and women, in the past and also in the present. So without further ado, what I like to do is talk to you about the reserve program. And also after the reserve program, I like to also talk to you about the active duty program that we had to offer.
There's only one standard when becoming a Marine, the Marine standard. A Marine's pride is not a selfish pride, but a feeling of dignity and honor, knowing he or she belongs among the few who have overcome the mental, physical, and emotional challenges of the world's most demanding training. Before you take on the training required to advance our nation forward as a United States Marine, there are certain requirements you must meet. To enlist as a Marine, you must be between 17 and 28 and be a legal resident of the United States. While you can talk to recruiters and sign your enlistment contract prior to high school graduation, the Marine Corps requires recruits to earn a high school diploma before beginning recruit training. To commission as a Marine officer, you must be a United States citizen between 20 and 28 and obtain both a high school diploma and a bachelor's degree. One way to earn your commission is through the Platoon Leaders Course, or PLC, which allows officer candidates to complete their training during 2 consecutive summer 6-week training sessions. Becoming a Marine requires the ability to meet the highest moral standards. All recruits and officer candidates must pass a criminal background check and have no felony convictions. However, waivers may be available on a case-by-case basis. Conversely, depending on your desired military occupational specialty, or MOS, there may be stricter regulations. A key component of becoming a Marine is preparing for the physical rigors necessary for combat operations. New recruits must pass the initial strength test, or IST, twice, when recruiters administer the test prior to enlistment and again during the first week of recruit training. The IST consists of pull-ups or flexed arm hang, crunches or plank pose, and a 1.5-mile timed run. Mental fitness is paramount to becoming a Marine. The Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery, or ASVAB, determines eligibility and appropriate MOS assignment. The ASVAB test has 9 parts that measures verbal, math, science, technical, and spatial aptitude. Becoming a Marine is a noble path and demanding journey, reserved for those who first meet our requirements and then demonstrate the willingness to engage and determination to defeat all mental, moral, and physical challenges. Over fear and doubt, through fatigue and scrutiny, Marines win. Those few who comprise our ranks possess the fight in them to win for us all and have earned the benefits and responsibilities of our title for life.
So my first key point I'd like to talk to you about today is the reserve program. Many of you guys know experience survey has two components, the reserve and the active. And the reserve is basically for already plans made after high school. So I want to talk about some of the opportunity you can actually still do what you want to do, stay at home, and also at the same time be a part of the elite forces, the Marine Corps, to achieve your goals as well, while you actually staying here and taking care of your future goals. So the key point I want to talk about the reserve is that it's a part-time job. And also as a part-time job, it's only 1 week and 1 weekend a month, every month, and 2 weeks out of the summer. And also you get also the opportunity to actually deploy as well. So the way it works on the 1 weekend, so you basically come through here in the state of Illinois, wherever your duty station or the reserve you'll be working out there in a specific job that you would choose from. And 2 weeks out of summer, you get to have an opportunity to be in active duty holders for 2 weeks, and then basically you go to a precise location to do more of intensive training, and then come back home, and then you basically like in a summer mode until you come back for next year. Career field. This is basically some of the things that not a lot of students know about, but you get to have over 200 plus jobs to choose from. And to choose those jobs, basically you got to take what is called a ASVAB. I'm pretty sure some of you may already know. The ASVAB is a test consisting of reading, math, some mechanical, some auto tests that you take to kind of see where you have knowledge on the subject. And after that, you get a score, an ASVAB score that allows you to choose some of those jobs. But mind this, before you actually get to choose your job, you gotta do the medical exam as well. It's more like a sport exam. We want to make sure that everything is good. Then you can choose the job depending on what you qualify. So you can choose jobs from tanks, data communication, data system, legal service, public affairs, metallurgy, going in the aviation world. You can do air traffic controller, artillery for infantry. You can be avionics. Even if you like music, we also have a Marine Corps band that you can also play from. And you also have the police, military police and correction. We do have intelligence, like jobs like CIAs. You can be an engineering. And if you want to, go into the boots on the ground, like infantry or recon, special forces, we do also have that. For the active duty side, which is what I'd like to talk about next, which was my second point. So the active duty side is basically 100% effort as far as like commitment. So you will be a full-time employees. And what that means is whenever you pass successfully all the steps, meaning qualifications, and you go to boot camps to become a Marine, you will be basically going to work for the Marine Corps full-time. And you will be going to whatever duty station, we call it duty station, because that's where you'll be staying as opposed to work there full-time. And like I said, in the slide here, it says it's a normal working day. So you're working from Monday to Friday. And it's a 9 to 5 job. Once you're on the base, it's basically you can, go wherever you station, you can basically go and have fun or explore, pretty much a travel and adventure for you. And also you get to deploy. As you can see, we deploy all the time. And that's something that every Marines get the opportunity to do so. The deployment doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be combat, but also there's posters where you can deploy where you go to non-combat combatant places like Japan, or you can go to Kuwait. Those are places you just deploy there, but it's not combatant. You're just going there as a support, but they're also working as well with the host nation to make sure that guys forward are taken care of. So some of the benefits as well from active and reserve are not different. You still get the same type of benefit. Like I said earlier, you get the choose your job and technical skills. You still get the challenge to be a Marine, because at the end of the day, you're an ambassador of the Marine Corps wherever you are once you become a Marine. So you get that challenge, mental challenge, that physical challenge. You get to develop a professional character everywhere you go. We also still pay for your college. That's something that, a lot of young men and women that basically want to continue their school at home and don't have the money, we can still take care of you here because we can pay all your stuff. We still get the benefit about the self-discipline we offer, and also the leadership character and the proud of belonging. Some of you may not really know what that means, but proud of belonging for us is basically mean you're part of a brotherhood that will carry for a lifetime. Once you're a Marine, you're always going to be a Marine. And on reserve too, they also provide the opportunity to travel. And we have the reservists going to South Korea as well for the 2 weeks summer of training. Once again, over 300 plus career field job you can apply to. So for reservists, as I mentioned earlier, you get to actually have that job that you really want to practice on or get the experience. And on top of that, you go to the formal school. And every job you do in the Marine Corps, you get to go to a formal school and you do basically a hands-on practice as far as also the theory practice, meaning a classroom environment. And then you can also carry that as well in the civilian sector as well for whatever job you're aiming to do while you're here. Professional development. As you can see in this picture, Marines have a high standards for ourselves and the way we present ourselves to the world. So we take our appearance very serious, and we'll talk about the mental aspect, the physical aspect, and then also spiritual aspect as well. So we send you to some formal school, an environment where you get to be with your peers of your same rank, put you on a test to see how you guys can develop well and be able to work as a team and be able to achieve something greater than yourself. Now, as I was telling you earlier about the education benefit, you do have the Illinois Veterans Grant, which is awesome. Once you get to spend about a year in active duty, which the reserve station give the opportunity to some reservists to go on active duty. If you can accumulate about a year of active duty time, you get to be eligible for the Illinois Veterans Grant. And what that do for you in turn is that the Illinois Veterans Grant will grant you about 150 credit to any college in the state of Illinois. And that will be fully funded by the state. Everything to do as far as to finish your college, and everything will be zero out of pocket. And you get to take classes. You don't have to take whatever class the Marine Corps said you got to take. It's your choice. Now, there's also different opportunities as well in the reserve that you can also apply to. So if you get to spend 3 years in the active duty sides, you'll get to be eligible for the post-9 jail bill, which also will grant you another 4 years of school paid for. Or they can give you upfront up to $80,000 free to go to any college as well. And this program right here doesn't limit to only to Illinois, but it also gets to be everywhere in the United States, even overseas as well. The post-9 JLB has a very good perks. Basically, whenever you're in school, enroll in school, the Marine Corps is going to pay for you to have a housing for you to stay for the time that you are studying. So we'll pay for your books and fees. It's more like a scholarship. So if you do apply for active duty and you go on active duty orders, while you're in orders, you can benefit from the tuition assistance, which while you're in a reserve center, we're also paying for you to go to college. So you can be working here, going to college, and we're giving you up to $4,500 a year for you to go to summer school. Now, mind this has nothing to do with the Illinois Veterans Grant or the post-9 jail bill. This is only because you are in active duty, and we also pay for that school. But before you get to be actually a reserve, you have to be able to enter the delay entry program, which is, we call those individuals police. So while you police, we don't send you right away to boot camp once you get qualified. We have to actually make sure that you are physically be able to accomplish the physical standard that we have, but you get to come in and work out, get the knowledge, you get to socialize, you get to meet other police that basically want to be Marines. Like, it helps you, we train, have fun. It's a very good mentorship program if you're not a graduate yet from high school. So kind of keep up with you, make sure it's good. If there's any problem, like anything like that, That program is meant to basically make sure that you are fully focused on school and make sure that you succeed so that you can go into training. So once again, you get guaranteed paycheck for the time you're in active duty. First and 15, you get paid. You get regular pay raise every year, like I said. You do get money as well for housing while you're in active duty and also for food. If you're away from your family for a certain time, your family is taken care of. Basically, they give you extra cash so that the family can, live while you're there. And also certain allowances as well that you get as well for depending on what location you are. Every year you get a 30 days paid vacation, and it's included as well the weekend because you're not working on weekend, and also major holidays you're not also working. You're only working literally about 9 months in a year. If it's we talked about the medical and the dental, everything is taken care of you and your family, 100% life insurance, and also this amazing benefit, retirement benefit as well. Thank you for your time. And if you have any questions, there's a lot I covered. If there's any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll be able to answer your question and make sure that you understand some of the benefit that we have to offer. Thank you.
Hello, ETHS Wildkits. My name is Marcela Gallegos, and I am the ETHS Student and Recruitment Outreach Coordinator from Oakton Community College. Today, I want to share with you two pathways at Oakton. The first is Public and Professional Business Services, and the second is Social and Behavioral Science Career Pathways. At Oakton Community College, we offer public and professional business service pathways in a number of areas. Become a first responder or study for a career in finance, paralegal, or business. Enter the workforce well prepared and confident to serve your community in an essential field. We also offer social and behavioral science career pathways. Specifically in this area, we offer early childhood education. You can receive a degree in associates in applied science or certificates in these different areas. The early childhood education program is designed to educate professionals in a range of diverse positions to serve infants, toddlers, preschoolers, and school-aged children in group situations, as well as to serve their families. Students are trained in college-affiliated, nationally accredited early childhood education centers, which serve as field sites. If you're interested in any of these programs, or if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one to talk through the enrollment steps, please feel free to contact me. You can also click the link and schedule that one-on-one appointment. Thank you.
That is all for this evening. Thank you so much for being with us today, eTown. I would like to give a big thank you to our local MEAC business partners from Legacy Barber College, Eye Candy Studio and Academy. A thank you to the City of Evanston Police and Fire Explorers Program, and also a thank you to our local military recruiters in the Army, Navy, Marines. Thank you to Oakton Community College for being with us this evening. And we look forward to hosting you at a future ETHS Career Pathway Info session on YouTube. And go Kits!